Buenos dias. Good day, everybody. This is Charles Kuck, managing partner of Kuck, Baxter Immigration. It's great to be with you again. We got a lot to talk about today. There is all kinds of crazy stuff going on with the Trump administration, immigration, and lawsuits that we're filing. So let's give you an update. Now, let me talk in Spanish for a second. Voy a hacer un update en español a las 4:30 hoy día, conjunto con Mundo Hispánico. Ustedes deben estar ahí en vivo. Hoy día voy a hablar inglés a las 2, pero también contestaré preguntas en español. Entonces, hablaré los dos. El update va a ser en inglés, el update en español a las 4:30 en Mundo Hispánico hoy día. También vivo aquí en nuestra página de Facebook. All right, everybody. Hope everybody's doing good. We've got just a lot of crazy things to talk about because so much is going on. First, however, is what is President-elect Biden going to do when he gets sworn in on January 20th? Well, we have it on pretty good authority, not that Joe has called me or anything, but pretty good authority that he's going to do several things. One, he's going to reinstate Daca. First thing, one of the very first things he's going to do, reinstate Daca, at least how it looked in September 2017, if not having the dates move forward. It's all the details we have. And if you are one of those young men and women who could not apply for DACA between September 2017 and now, get your paperwork ready. Our website has lots of information about this, so you can go there. Our website is at immigration.net. Let's see, we could put it up here. I thought I had it here somewhere. I'm pretty sure here it is. Go up here to this website and go to DACA. It says DACA at the top, and you can pull down the documents you need to get ready, but don't pay anybody to do it. There's nothing you do yet. You got to wait. Patience. Those of you that have DACA should be applying for advanced parole. So a judge just ordered, and we're waiting for the details from this morning's hearing, but immigration to accept the advanced paroles. I mean, they returned a whole bunch of them that we filed in July, paid the money back. Now we got to file again. These guys are really horrible people. And we should be able to get 2-year work cards as well. So that's kind of where you are on the DACA situation. We believe he will immediately extend TPS back to Salvadorans, Haitians, Hondurans for the full 18 months and not just the 1 year of deferred and forced departures that El Salvadorans are getting. So that will come back. We do not believe he's going to give Venezuelans TPS. We also believe he is going to pull the bans down and replace them with something different. Now, right now, the travel bans that are stopping everybody with immigrant visas from coming in illegally, by the way, we'll get to the lawsuits in a second, whether the DV2020 winners, DV2020 we haven't been interviewed yet, people with immigrant visas, family, employment that we're suing on. That rule expires. That proclamation expires New Year's at midnight. I think Trump's going to extend it because this administration is full of evil people. So of course they're going to extend it. And Biden will have to end it. But what Biden will do is what a lot of other countries are doing, which is, okay, I'm not going to bar you from coming, but you got to take a COVID test. For example, if I'm traveling to Costa Rica, I've got to have insurance to cover me if I go in the hospital there. Up until 3 weeks ago, I had to take a COVID test within 48 hours. I had to answer a series of questions. Had to agree to quarantine if I was gonna get sick. We can do all that, and trust me, it's obvious. We're doing a good enough job spreading COVID in the United States. People maybe don't want to come because they'll get COVID here if they don't have it in their home country. But I think that's what will happen. I think Biden realizes he cannot use a proclamation to bar people from coming in on COVID, but he can require them to get tests, which is what he'll do because Trump's proclamations are illegal. This goes to the issue that people have. Well, if I've got my visa, can I travel? Should I book my ticket on January 2nd? The answer is I wouldn't unless I was getting a fully refundable ticket. If I'm taking off from Paris on 11 p.m. on New Year's Eve, believing I'm going to land in the country on at 8 in the morning, 7 in the morning, 10 in the morning, whatever it happens to be in the United States, make sure you got a refundable ticket, because if Trump extends that, which he could easily do, then they're going to turn you around and send you back home. So I would wait personally, but that's not a legal issue. That's just my estimation of what's going to happen. People say, well, what if Biden doesn't? Look, I just do not expect, but Biden knows it's illegal. We're going to win that argument. We've already won that argument in California, and we're going to win it again. So I would just say, look, be safe rather than sorry. If you're going to do it, book a refundable ticket, or come after the 21st, or just wait till up to the 21st. Anybody who's got a visa that's valid, at least for DV2020, has a valid till March. So you've got time. So there's those proclamations. There is the judge just ordered the Trump administration not to send children back anymore. So Biden is going to end that. Biden's probably going to end the MPP very, very quickly, where people have to be able to apply for asylum in the United States. I imagine he's going to look at every regulation that was issued in the last 60 days and try to get Congress to overturn those. Especially, and what I'm almost certain he will do for the litigation, and we've got 5 of these massive cases going on right now just at our firm. If they're still pending when Biden comes in, my guess is they will order the Attorney General to unoppose those, to let those regulations die, to let the judges set them aside and move the cases forward. So that's kind of what I think Biden's going to now long term through the next 6 months. Is he going to get Congress to pass a legalization program? Quite possibly. I mean, you've got Grassley, who's always been opposed to that now, said we're not going to deport 11 million people. That'd be stupid. We shouldn't give them citizenship either. Well, okay, we'll just take incremental bites right now. That's fine. And Graham's doing the same thing. So if you can get McConnell to get it on the floor, if he's not kowtowed by the Rubio, Cruz, and these other dimwits who oppose legal immigration, it'll pass Congress for sure. It won't be the perfect answer to everything, but maybe it will get rid of the permanent bar. Maybe it will get rid of the 3 and 10-year bars or make the waivers easier. Maybe it will increase the waiver capacity. There's little things that we can do to solve the problem in the bigger situation without rewriting all of immigration law. It includes getting rid of per country limits for every country, not just one country, so that everybody benefits from the full number of visas. Adding numbers of visas for certain categories that improve and enhance the American economy. There's ways to fix these things that Biden has been informed on. He has lists of. He's got good people working on that I think will move things forward. We wanted to talk today about an update on the litigation. So K1 litigation, all the K1 people, we're still waiting on Judge Boasberg on that. We did get some new information just now from a reporter, oddly enough, who did an analysis and found out that for example, in London, they're issuing just as many immigrant visas for immediate relatives as they did before COVID. But Ks are still down, so we're going to update that lawsuit. Maybe that'll push the judge forward. On the O lawsuit, we're still getting together our PI, preliminary injunction, and the goal is to file it Friday, Monday, maybe Tuesday at the latest, because I'll be out of town Friday and Monday, but Tuesday at the latest. But we're getting that done. On the NIV ban, the IV ban lawsuit in California, so the O1 lawsuits in D.C. along with the K lawsuit, the IV ban lawsuits in California. We've got our class certification done. We've got all but 3 pages done of our preliminary injunction request. We've got an amended complaint to fix some issues. If you still want to be a plaintiff in that lawsuit, we may consider you. So go to the Facebook page, the IV ban, Trump IV ban, Joseph Siskin Kuck. Just look it up on Facebook and say you're interested in being a plaintiff there. We may be adding plaintiffs. So we'll be filing that, I think, by week's end. And we just won the class action on Mad Kudu, which is the H-1B case that would have been involved in, where the judge granted class certification on market research analysts, said CIS is wrong to deny those cases. So anybody that had a market research analyst denied, get that refiled, and you'll get it, I presume. We've got also the litigation on the Department of Labor, the wage rule, which everybody wants to know about the wage rule, these crazy wages that they're coming up with. So we thought the judge would rule last week. What we did not realize is when he consolidated another later filed case with ours, that plaintiff was on a different briefing schedule. So their final briefs weren't due till Monday. We also didn't realize, we knew Judge that Judge Sullivan was the judge on the Michael Flynn case. We know he was the judge on the U.S. Postal Service not delivering ballots case. But we didn't know he was the judge on the Mexican children case. We had no idea. And he just issued that massive decision today saying it's illegal. You cannot just deport children without telling their parents or their country. That's illegal. Stop it. Just stop it. He did that today. So I'm going to cut him a little slack on the wage rule, just a little bit. And maybe by week's end, early next week, we'll have that. But we're fully confident that the Department of Labor wage rule will get shut down. There is oral argument next week tomorrow. Next week, tomorrow is Thanksgiving. Next week, 23rd. So I think next Tuesday, on the H-1B wage rule in California. A different judge looking at both the wage rule and the USCIS's crazy proposed H-1B regulation, which is also wildly illegal. So I mean that's kind of where we are on the update of all this. DV2021. I know they're not interviewing anybody. And what we're going to do in our lawsuit, we've asked for, is to get all the numbers, all of them. Not 90% of them, not 75% of them, get all of them. Now, many people have asked me about DV 2020. Apparently, somebody's going to file a lawsuit to get all the numbers. I'm just going to tell you, I don't see any legal basis to do that. Every court decision that's ever been had on the DV lottery says you gotta get a decision before the year end, which is exactly why we filed and why the judge gave us the decision. And yes, we will fight with Judge Mehta and on appeal for the rest of the diversity lottery visas. So, with the 9,000 included, it's like 25, 30,000. We're going to be missing 25 to 30,000. We're going to fight for all of those. And we're not charging it. There's no plaintiffs. We're going to fight for all of you on that. You don't need to join another lawsuit as the Gomez plaintiffs, who are the class lawyers. They're actually your lawyers for all the winners of DV 2020. They're fighting for that. So there's no need to file another lawsuit. That just seems to me to be a waste of money. And plus, I don't see any valid legal basis. Maybe they do. I haven't seen it, but certainly I've seen nobody give me a valid legal basis or a case that supports that theory. So that's out there. And plus, we're going to go to Congress. As soon as the new Congress gets in on January 2nd, we're already lining up sponsors to file a bill to recover these numbers. So, patience. I know it sucks. I know it's awful. I know many of you spent thousands of dollars and the government screwed you here. I get it, which is why we're doing that case for free. We're coming after you to solve that problem. A little late in the process. But at the same time, understand that there is a solution and it may take a year. But I'm fully confident we're going to get those missing visas. And no, I don't know what number is good enough. So stop asking me. Don't ask me on Twitter. Don't ask me on Facebook. I'm just not going to answer them anymore. I don't know. Oh my God, my lawyer, my number is AF 23,620. I don't know. Nobody knows. All right. So at this point, follow Britt Simon Says on the DV stuff. He'll tell you the good stuff. I think you've got a good chance of getting good information from him. He's a good guy, knows the stuff, really committed to the process. And then, of course, we've got other crazy stuff. We've got USCIS issuing new regulations on the H-1B. They want to take away work cards. They want to stop you from getting asylum. All those things will be fought and removed in a Biden administration. And finally, the last thing I want to talk about today is I just found out that here in Atlanta or in Georgia, ICE has been releasing about 50 people a day from the Irwin Detention Center. Just letting them go. After fighting them tooth and nail. ICE lost a big case in the Middle District of Georgia, which said ICE has the burden of proving danger to the community and flight risk. It's not up to the foreign national. And so I think they're just letting people go that they can't prove that for. And thank goodness. And finally, we'll see how many people they end up releasing. And I think they see the writing on the wall. Keep in mind, when Obama was when he was ending his administration, and Clinton had already signed on to ending private detention. So literally getting rid of these contracts, getting rid of these facilities, not detaining immigrants anymore. I think Biden will probably bring that back. And we got to fight for that, but that's something we're gonna be doing for sure. So let's see what kind of questions we have today. Anything from Boasberg? I already answered that, Douglas. No, but I think we're going to try to supplement our argument a little with this new data. We're just in the process of. In fact, I was going to take a look right now at the CEAC statistics to see if they had posted. You see, they haven't posted October yet. So, but somehow this reporter got word of it. So we're going to put stuff up. I think we're going to go from there. But yeah, Douglas, it's killing us too. Trust me. We don't want 150 people calling us. Where's the decision? But again, I called the judge. I called him, left a message because nobody answers at any phone number for that court, and said, Judge, bothering you. I'm just kind of curious as to the status of the case. And that's probably against the rules. I'm not really supposed to do that. So, if I get in trouble for that, it's your fault. Marilu, Maria, ojalá las cosas son mejores en el Peru. As many people know, Peru has been undergoing a crazy political situation, and they're on their third president in the last week and a half today. So congratulations, Peru. I wish we could move that fast. Matthew already gave you the K1 updates. Simone, I cannot call the judge again. I actually found out that the judge has a rule that says don't call me, which unless you call with the government, and the government's not going to agree to call. So no, I can't. I already broke that rule once. I don't want to get in trouble. Olga, DV2020 visa, how to request NIE. You go to the website for your country and you fill out the NIE request. Okay. And NIE does not require. Well, see, this is this is again, Olga, where the right hand doesn't know what the left hand is doing. Okay. So if you want to hire us, call up, set an appointment, and we'll move forward with it. All right. Hello, Hussein from Florida, who's not in Florida. K1 filed as a class action. No, the K1 is not a class action. Not a class action. Thank you, Doug, for clarifying that. Amani already answered the DV 2020. Is Donald Trump still alive? Yes, Donald Trump is still alive as far as we know. I saw him golfing over the weekend. Everyone's under the Gomez case. New data. Yes, Doug. A reporter, let's see if I can find it here. A reporter, let's find Greg's email. Let's see. A reporter found that as of September, the UK had issued more visas than they had issued pre-COVID for immediate relatives. And but places and places like France had kind of done the same thing, and Germany had kind of done the same thing, but Ghana, Ethiopia had not. So I mean, what's going on is they are clearly focusing on their pre-COVID. So Europe's up to 65% of pre-COVID, but Africa's still at 10%. So that was the story, is why are they discriminated against Africa? Well, that's hard to figure out. We're not stupid, right? It's clear racism and Donald Trump's S-hole country comment. But I think we're gonna try to use that and say, Judge, clearly they're not doing what they should be doing. Why didn't Department of State update it again if they were to be phased in, including K1s? Because they got their butts sued. That's why. What they're trying to do is play to, hey, Judge, we're gonna do routine K1s. Don't forget. But that's not going to fool anybody. Extended Thanksgiving, yeah. Hi, Professor. Oh, Hassan, how you doing? Lupita, how do you know when it's going to be DACA has already got the 1 year? So the judge stated the memo is invalid. Well, Lupita, that's a good question. That was one of the discussions of the hearing today, which we don't have the report on yet. So stay tuned to the Facebook page. Come back at 4:30, and hopefully we'll have the details. Has Atlanta field officer started EB interviews? My interview canceled. Boyer, yes, they have done some interviews for employment-based case here, but most of them actually that we had previously ready to be scheduled have just been granted without an interview. And once Biden comes in, they're going to waive interviews. They're just going to do them. Public charge rule is in effect. Great question, Brendan. Is in effect. It's on a stay at the 7th Circuit, but we believe that the 7th Circuit will vote shortly to cancel the stay, which would cancel the rule while they consider the appeal. And then when Biden comes in, they'll just say, we agree the rule should be canceled, and then it will die. So that's where I think we are on that. Yeah, he does not like brown people. That is for sure. DV2021, I already answered that. No entiendo, Javier, como dije al principio, a las 4:30 hoy día, en Mundo Hispánico Facebook Live, contestaremos todo en español. You're welcome, Brandon. Nice to have you. Nice to have you on board. Thanks for listening. All right. So we've given you guys this update of what's going on. We're going to be back on Friday with another update about this, and today in Spanish at 4:30 as well. But just know, why are they changing the citizenship test? Because they want fewer people to become citizens. Biden will change that back too. The new citizenship is a joke. It's a gigantic waste of time. It has no valid basis. Biden administration will change that back. No changes on U visas. That's it. Marilia, thanks. All right, guys, thank you very much. We'll be back at 4:30 in Espanol, and we're back on Friday in English. We talk to you guys later. Have a wonderful week. Only 64 more days to President Biden. Thanks a bunch, everybody. Bye-bye.